No, not really. We could just watch some TV if you want.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Sayori and I take a seat on the couch right next to each other. We begin flipping through the channels to see if there's anything remotely interesting worth watching. Suddenly, something catches Sayori's eye as I start rapidly moving through the channels.
Oh, Hallie, go back like 2 channels.
Okay. I flip back and we see that it's a cartoon we used to watch a lot when we were kids. Oh wow, Expedition Time. We haven't seen this in ages.
Yeah, we used to watch this together every Saturday, remember?
I recall Sayori always walking over to my house every Saturday to watch it with me. It was your typical action-adventure, kid-friendly series, though it had a really great story for its time. I suddenly see Sayori tearing up. What's wrong, Sayori? She points at the TV. I see the episode title. This was the last episode they made. Okay, I didn't say it before, but they capitalized TV that time, and earlier when they brought up TV. Wait, where was it? Where was it? Where did it go? Did I pass it up? Oh wait, no, it's probably just a little further. Yeah, there it is. TV. Just consistency. That's what they meant. That's a bummer. I thought it was at least still being made. Though the show already had an incredibly long lifespan, it was starting to show that the producers were running out of ideas in the last few episodes we watched. I guess when we stopped hanging out, we both stopped watching it. I look at the date of the episode. Huh. It only aired a few months ago. I can't believe we missed the finale. By a few months, too.
Yeah, me too.
Sayori wipes her eyes.
Well, let's watch this episode together, for old time's sake.
Let's do it. Sayori smiles as I rewind the TV to the start of the episode. How do you rewind a TV? As we watch the episode, I can't help but feel a few years younger. Well, I guess it's been so long since I actually watched TV that they probably do just let you control the programming that way. My mind is filled with all the memories I have of Sayori. From when we first met, all the games we played, to moments like this. She really was always there for me. And I was there for her back then. What changed? The realization then hits me. No, I changed. Sayori perks up.
Did you say something, Howie?
Oh, it was nothing. Sayori sighs and turns back to the TV. I can't help but sigh to myself either. I really shouldn't keep this from her. I already shut her down once. I was thinking to myself about the times we used to share like this, She turns back to me. I was thinking about what changed that stopped us from doing this, and I see now that it was me. I guess I started getting way too into video games and anime for my own good. I didn't really realize that it was destroying all the relationships that I had. Sayori tearfully looks at me. And, I'm sorry, Sayori, I shouldn't have done this to you, or... Sayori puts her finger on my lips.
It's fine, Howie. I'm just glad that we finally get to spend some time together. Like we always did.
Sayori recoils her finger. But I have still been a bad friend to you. I've been way too careless with what I say or do around you. Especially how things went last Sunday. With how I so carelessly hurt you. I'm sorry. I really, truly...
Come on, Howie. I know you wouldn't try to hurt me. But you made your choice last Sunday and I just have to learn how to live with it. I know things are different between us now, but... Don't let regret rule your life, Howie. Look what it did to me.
But I don't even know what I want to do with my life. I don't even know what I feel right now.
Well, what do you mean?
I don't know. I just don't know what I want now.
I don't think I understand.
Look, I'm glad I got to spend more time with the others in the club. I'm glad I've gotten to know Natsuki. I'm glad that I got to spend some time with Natsuki yesterday. And today as well. I don't know, I feel like I should start spending some more time around you. I feel like I've been too distant from you lately. Sayori shoots me a quizzical look.
I thought you and Natsuki liked each other, though.
I mean, we do, but we're friends. I guess I just got a little too friendly with Natsuki there for a second.
Yeah, you kind of did.
There's a moment of uncomfortable silence between us. I really didn't mean for you to see us like that, given what happened.
It's fine, Howie. I'm just glad I was able to bring you out of your shell a little. At least something good came out of that.
Yeah, if it weren't for you, I'd be on my way to becoming a full-time NEET. We both chuckled to ourselves. But look, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I missed you. Sayori pauses and takes a moment to reflect on what I just said.
Hallie, I missed you too.
Sayori has a mix of emotions on her face as she becomes as bright red as her bow.
I wouldn't mind spending more time around you, Hallie.
Yeah, it's been too long. Unable to say anything more to each other, we turn our attention back to the TV, finishing the rest of the episode. The sun sets just as the episode is finished. They truly went out with a bang.
Well, that was fun, Hallie.
Yeah, it was. It was a little hard to follow with some of the new characters, though.
I guess we can watch the lead up to the finale together sometime.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Well, I have to head back, Hallie.
Alright, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Laters!
Sayori smiles sweetly before turning out the door and exiting my house. I sit there for a moment, reflecting on today's events. Sayori and I were finally able to at least put some of last Sunday's events behind us. Well, progress is progress. I think that to myself as I grab Sayori's poems and head upstairs. Scamp. Nightmare time? Well, who do I even tell about this? What am I going to do? Do I talk to her about it tomorrow? Or do I let her come to me? Through the millions of scenarios that play out in my head, my mind eventually wears me down and I drift into an uneasy sleep. I don't know why those lines were different. They seemed pretty the same from last time. Oh, nightmare time!
You're supposed to stay away from Natsuki, not get closer to her. I didn't want to have to keep this up. I don't take enjoyment in your suffering, but you're leaving me no choice.
Suddenly, I see a silhouette approach me. Natsuki? Is that you? Natsuki comes into my view.
Natsuki doesn't love you. You know that. She can't even decide how she feels about you. So why spend all your time around her? When she treats you like shit.
Natsuki shrieks in pain. Her cries are so loud I feel my eardrums pounding. I see another silhouetted figure emerge from the fog right next to Natsuki. Natsuki continues to cry in pain as she tries her best to move her neck back into place. I try to call out to Natsuki, but nothing comes out of me. I try to run to help her, but I can't move my legs. I try to turn away to avoid looking on Natsuki's suffering, but my eyes refuse to close and my neck refuses to turn.
Don't worry, Hallie. She goes through much worse on a daily basis. But it can't be so much worse. And spending more time with her, keeping her alive, only prolongs the unnecessary suffering.
The figure takes a few steps back, raising its hand, and snapping its fingers. I hear a painful crack as I watch Natsuki's body slowly go limp.
And that's how it should have been. Quick and painless.
Natsuki is no longer moving nor making any noise. Her body appears to be levitating, keeping her upright. Her now gazeless eyes look unsettlingly at me.
But you're keeping her alive and you don't even know it. You being around her is just enough to give her a reason to see hope in her worthless life. She's not meant for this world. Her seemingly innocent mind is filled with nothing but presumptions and prejudice. She speaks like a queen but is treated like a peasant. And peasants are condemned to die. She's going to die, and you need to let it happen when the time comes. Spending more time with her is only going to make it harder on everyone. You need to let her go. Leave her behind. Forget about her. Worry about us. There is only us. Just us.
Suddenly wake up with a sudden urge to vomit. Oh no, about how I couldn't save Natsuki. How I just watched that figure make Natsuki's neck break. And her corpse. I don't even know who to talk to about this. I would ask Sayori, but that'll probably just make more problems than solve anything. So yeah.
Come on, Hallie. You know Fridays are the best. It's the best time to spend time with those you care about the most, without having to worry about school and other things.
I can't help but smile a little at her as she says that. Can't argue with that logic. Sayori smiles back at me. It looks like things are finally looking better for us.
So, how'd you sleep?
And I spoke too soon. Well, I hesitate on how I should respond. I feel a familiar chill crawl down my spine.
Hallie, are you okay? You look pale.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just had a rough night, that's all. Sayori continues to look worriedly at me.
Hallie, if something's wrong, you know that I'll help you.
I know, Sayori.
You weren't feeling like this yesterday, were you?
I don't want Sayori to be more worried about me, but I know that I can't hide anything from her for very long. I'd feel guilty about not opening up about my own hardships to Sayori when she's done so with me, but she can always get worked up when there's something wrong, like she is now. And maybe getting these weird dreams off my chest might ease my mind a little, or make them worse. Reluctantly, oh, well, yeah, I mean, we're not on Sayori's route. We're still we picked both these before. It's probably no different, right? Even though I told Sayori not to worry about me, she keeps giving me glances every now and then. As much as I appreciate her concern, she does need to learn when to focus on herself. That's her biggest flaw. Still, maybe I should have told her about these dreams. Knowing how things are between us, I don't want her to feel that I'm purposely closing myself off from her again. Especially how we were able to open up to each other yesterday. Though there's not really much she can do to help me through this. It's not like we've both had the same kinds of dreams anyway. But I appreciate knowing that she's still there for me. I turn to Sayori, trying to smile hopefully at her, but she's just looking blankly down the road ahead of us as we walk in unison down the sidewalk. I let out a small sigh. I guess she's just not in a talkative mood. She's probably overthinking again. Hopefully she'll get over this soon. However, I quickly realized that I have another problem brewing. Yuri's letter. I haven't really thought about how I'm really going to handle that. As I was thinking earlier, telling Monica about the situation seems like my best course of action. Normally I'd tell Sayori, but I don't think she'd take it very well right now. I guess my only real option is to go to Monica before the club. Knowing Yuri will probably want to talk to me. I'm really not looking forward to today. What if someone else gives me another confession letter?
Howie,
Sayori takes me out of my train of thought. Yeah?
you okay? You just stopped walking.
I did. Realizing that Sayori is more than a few steps ahead of me, I jogged to catch up to her.
Are you really sure you're okay? You trust me that much, huh?
Nope. I mean, I've known you the longest, but don't let it get to your head.
I won't. Come on, Howie, or we're really going to be late.
You know, sometimes it's hard to tell what actually causes these text changes. Sayori glances around the corner to make sure we're alone.
You sure everything is okay? You didn't look too good this morning.
Yeah, I just had a rough night, that's all. Nothing to be worried about.
Did you have a bad dream, Howie?
I guess that's one way of putting it. I don't really want to talk about it right now.
Okay. But you better let me know if something happens to you. I just want you to be okay.
I will, Sayori, don't worry. If I feel worse or anything, you'll be the first to know.
Okay. I'll see you later, Howie.
Laters. Sayori walks off towards her classroom while I head off in the opposite direction towards mine. Pew. Oh, not to mention I'm pretty curious what kind of dreams she's been having. What? Sayori never mentioned anything like that to me before. Could those be her rain clouds? Bunker. I mean, to tell you the truth, I didn't even really know that Yuri liked me. In fact, I think she thought I hated her at some point because I was spending so much time around Natsuki. So I'm surprised that she'd give me this.
Maybe this is her attempt at reaching out to him. To confirm her feelings for him.
Probably. But I do feel drawn to Natsuki. We just click. I'm really happy whenever we get to spend time around each other. And I do think she feels the same way.
I see.
I have nothing against Yuri, I really don't. I think I just like Natsuki better. But if I ever told her that Yuri gave me this, she'd flip out.
Yeah, she would. Does Sayori know that Yuri gave you this?
No, I didn't tell her. And I really don't want to drag her into this.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. You're better off figuring out what you want to say to Yuri.
Alright. So what should I say to her? Nothing. Yeah, we'll walk with her. Maybe Natsuki will see and be like,
Hey!
That idea only continues to make me flustered. Something, that one line.
Does Natsuki? Hey, what's up?
I hear someone yelling to us from across the hallway. Wait a second, I recognize that voice.
Natsuki? Well, duh, who else? My, you startled me. I was really going for Howie.
Hey!
Well, you do it to me all the time. Why can't I do it to you?
Fair enough.
How are you doing, Natsuki? Oh, I'm doing great. I'm just heading to my next class. That's nice.
Yeah, we're just heading back from lunch. It turns out we have the same period. Crazy, right?
Yeah. Now I won't have to hear you complain about not having anyone to sit with.
Hey, I wasn't complaining.
Well, in any case, it was nice of you to join us, Hallie. Just hope he didn't gross you out too much, Monica. Oh no, he was very well behaved.
Hey, I'm not a kid.
Relax, Hallie, we're just messing with you. But in all seriousness, thanks for sitting with us.
Oh, well, I really should be thanking you after all.
It was the least I could do for you.
Monica shoots me a quick wink, although it looks like Natsuki caught that and she briefly looked quizzically at me. Great.
So, do you guys have the same class or something? No, I was just walking Hallie back. I have Mr. Takahashi's class next. Isn't that all the way on the other side of school? Oh, well, I don't think taking a slight detour from my normal route will make me late or anything. Yeah, I guess.
There's a bit of an awkward pause between us as the other students begin clearing the hallways.
Well, I guess that's my cue to head out.
It's alright, Natsuki. We'll see you in the club.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Laters.
We'll see you later, Natsuki. Bye.
We wave goodbye to Natsuki as we head our separate ways. Not too long after our run-in with Natsuki, Monica and I finally make it to my classroom. Thanks for walking back with me, Monica.
Anytime, Hallie. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too. Monica takes a step closer to me and leans into my ear.
Try not to overthink.
She suddenly pulls on my tie.
And make sure your tie is straight, silly. See you later.
I'm left completely dazed as I watch Monica gracefully walk down the hallway and turn the corner towards the other side of the school. I catch a few of my classmates smirking at me in the corner of my eye. Flustered, I just walk into my classroom and hastily sit down, refusing to make eye contact with anyone as I process what just happened. God. Stop. And she did help make things less awkward between me and Natsuki. I don't know, I never really got much of a chance to... But now that we're in the same club and she's showing at least basic interest in me, maybe that can change. I don't know what he's talking about. I try to put on the most enthusiastic smile I possibly can. Yep, let's go!
That's the spirit! I still remember the first time you came with me to the literature club. You almost didn't want to go.
Well, I owe that to you, Sayori.
You don't owe me anything, Hallie. Just seeing you happy as it is a reward.
I can't help but genuinely smile at that. Well, let's get going. With slight hesitance, I begin the walk with Sayori to the literature club. As we're traveling our usual route, I still can't help but feel I can skip this. Oh, should I? Is there a reason Yuri's not an option this time? Whatever. I'll see what Natsuki is up to. As I walk up to the closet, I can hear Natsuki talking to herself.
Ugh, where the hell is it?
Careful not to startle her like I have been recently, I gently knock on the closet door. Natsuki finishes putting some boxes back on the shelf as she comes out of the closet. Hey, everything okay in there?
No.
Natsuki turns away, attempting to compose herself. Well, what's wrong?
I think I lost that special edition of Parfait Girls that we were reading yesterday.
Well, I can see why she'd be upset about that. Did you have it with you earlier today?
Yeah, I had it with me it all day. I could have sworn I had it with me when I came here.
Natsuki clenches her fists in frustration.
I swear to God if I can't find it.
Natsuki's voice breaks. I glance around the room to see if anyone else is seeing this. It seems like at any moment Natsuki will break down and start crying. While I'm about to do something risky to try to calm her down. Natsuki, I put my hand on her shoulder. We'll find it. Okay? Natsuki's face turns around another shade of crimson as she shrugs my hand off.
Alright, lover boy, calm down. Let's keep this PG.
Lover boy? What are you getting at here?
You know exactly what I'm getting at. Don't act dumb.
Ah, whatever. I try to change the subject, fearing further embarrassment by Natsuki. Well, if we're going to find that manga, we should probably retrace your steps. Where was the last time you remember reading it? Natsuki takes a long pause.
Well, I was reading it in Mrs. Suzuki's class.
Aren't you the diligent student?
Hey, you know her class is boring.
At least you don't have Miss Saito.
It's not like you pay attention in her class either.
Fair point. Anyways, Suzuki has probably left her room by now, so we can probably go check, probably.
Alright, let's go. The faster we find that manga, the saner I'll be by the end of this.
I let out a slight chuckle as we head out of the club room and into the hallway.